What's up guys, Lou here, and as you can tell, today I am wearing a collared shirt. That is because it is time to get down to some serious business here on Unbox Therapy. Beside me, I've got the PlayStation 4, and on the other side, the Xbox One. This is the launch of a brand new series in which I will be pitting each of these systems against one another in order to find out which one I prefer and which one I think might be a better purchase for you. We might not get a definitive answer, but along the way, I will be going over all of the characteristics of each of the two consoles, the benefits, the drawbacks, etc., comparing things like gameplay, the launch titles that are currently available, the hardware, the software, and in this video, the initial comparison video, I'll be looking at the controllers, the PlayStation 4 controller versus the Xbox One controller, finding out which one I prefer and why. But as I said before, this is just the initial video in a series of videos. I wanted to spread it out over a period of time because as I use the systems more, I will likely uncover more things I like and more things I don't like. So if you're not a subscriber yet, go ahead and click the subscribe button up above or down below or wherever it happens to be in order to be updated with all of these videos as they become available. If you're a fan of this concept and excited to continue watching this series, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. But now, without any more hesitation, let's get into our initial comparison in this series, the controllers.
Controller preference has a lot to do with comfort. After all, you'll be spending hundreds of hours holding on to either of these. In this department, I've got great news. Both of the new controllers are more comfortable to hold, at least in my hands, than their predecessors. The single largest physical difference lies in the layout of the analog thumbsticks. But this is nothing new. Just like on the last-gen controllers, the Xbox features an offset design, while the PlayStation offering sticks to its guns with symmetrical analogs. Depending on the game you're playing and the size of your hands, this placement could determine which controller is best for you. In my opinion, the offset thumbsticks on the Xbox One controller lend themselves well to first-person games, offering up an increased range of motion for the left thumb on an average-sized hand, and in my experience, slightly more accuracy. For other games, driving for example, the symmetrical thumbsticks on the DualShock 4 begin to shine. Their texture gives an enormous amount of grip, even after long gaming sessions, great for minute movements. The triggers on the PS4 controller are a huge improvement over the PS3 equivalent. They've got the perfect amount of spring, giving you plenty of pull without requiring too much effort. The triggers on the Xbox One controller feel marginally heavier, requiring a slight amount more effort to pull completely. The triggers are a bit larger on the Xbox One controller, making it somewhat more comfortable when resting your index fingers. Microsoft claims to have improved the audio quality for headsets plugged into the One controller. Problem is, this comes at a cost as they've opted for a proprietary connector. In comparison, Sony has gone with a standard mini jack audio connector capable of passing audio through to the headset of your choice. The DualShock 4 features some tech obviously targeted at the future. You've got the high-res touchpad, mono speaker, and the light bar on the back for motion gaming. These features are yet to be fully leveraged by developers, and therefore they are very hard to evaluate at this point in time. Both controllers can charge and operate over micro USB. The Xbox controller ships with AA batteries, while the PS4 controller is natively rechargeable. A rechargeable battery pack can be added to the Xbox controller for an extra cost. I like the fact that the Xbox controller can operate using both power sources, but I wish a rechargeable pack was included in the box instead of expanding the overall cost. You seriously can't go wrong with either of these two controllers. I'd be happy to use either exclusively. It's almost impossible to give one of the two an outright victory in this round, as there are benefits and drawbacks to each one. I think Sony has really closed the gap in the controller department, though, by upsizing the DualShock 4 and heavily improving the triggers from the PlayStation 3 controller. As hard as it is to pick, that's the whole damn purpose of a showdown. So here's how I'll break it down. If you play primarily first-person games, shooters, etc., it's tough to beat the offset thumbsticks. go for the Xbox One controller. For all other games, sports, driving, etc., go for the DualShock 4. It's a fantastic mix with a larger set of overall features and the possibility of future enhancements through its unique touchpad and motion elements. Bam, there you have it. But seriously, these are both great controllers. I'm impressed with what Microsoft and Sony were able to accomplish, even though it took them close to a decade and, according to Microsoft, over $100 million. In the next episode of this epic showdown series between the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, we're going to be taking a closer look at the multimedia capabilities of both of the platforms. A quick teaser though, they both do a really great job and both include one of my favorite streaming services on the planet, which is Hulu Plus. It's like Hulu.com, except amped up to the next level. With Hulu Plus, you can catch up on current television shows, or you can binge watch a bunch of old favorites. My family and I have been catching up on old SNL episodes over the holidays and getting a bunch of laughs while doing so. But you can catch current stuff too, like Jimmy Kimmel Live, Shark Tank, and a bunch more. They've even got movies, so it's definitely worth checking out. And Hulu Plus has been cool enough to offer up a special trial for Unbox Therapy viewers. You could get an extension on the normal free trial, so 2 weeks total of free watching. All you need to do is head over to huluplus.com/unbox. I will link it down in the description as well to make your life a little bit easier. But once again, it's huluplus.com/unbox for your extended free trial of the service. It doesn't just function on these new consoles. It'll also function on the older ones like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, things like your iPad, and a bunch more in terms of devices. So definitely go check it out and get caught up on some cool stuff. And hey, it's on the house, at least for 2 weeks, an extended free trial for Unbox Therapy viewers. Big thanks to Hulu Plus for making that available. Anyway, guys, that wraps up this video right here. If you enjoy this new concept, this new showdown, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Thanks as always for your viewership, and I will catch you shortly on some brand new content here on Unbox Therapy. If you're not a subscriber yet, it's the best way to stay up to date on all of our new content, so make sure and do that now if you're some kind of holdout, or if this is the first Unbox Therapy video you've ever seen. All right, guys, thanks again. I'm rambling now. I'll catch you on the next episode. Later.